Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Whip It Like Butter. Y'all, today I'm too excited for this recipe. We made a condensed milk pound cake. I've been wanting to make like a plain cake, not plain, but like with no icing for a long time because I wanted to use this bump pan that I bought because it has so much character in it. And this was perfect because today's cake, we're not using any icing, but we are making a simple syrup. You know, we always got to do something. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm gonna show y'all how it's done. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, we'll go ahead and start with adding our butter into our bowl, and then we're going to slowly add our sugar in here, but we want to go ahead and get the butter going like a little bit before we add our sugar in here. And then we're going to add our sugar real nice and slow until it's fully incorporated into our butter. And then you want to blend the two for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice, light, and fluffy. Okay, definitely take your time with this. You see it's kicking up right here, but it's not quite there. It's got to get that nice little fluffiness, look like that, kind of like, I don't know, like custard, but like fluffy. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our condensed milk in here. You know what? The sides of the bowl really didn't need to be scraped down at this point. They need to be scraped down later, but you can scrape down your sides of your bowl anytime that you want to. But pour that condensed milk right in there, honey. And yeah, even though we're doing the sugar and the condensed milk, look, you need both, okay? It's definitely going to be good, but it will be rich. Okay, so we're adding our extracts in here. We're doing almond and vanilla right in here in this bowl. Yeah, we need both for this cake. Yeah, we need the balance of the both really creates a nice flavor for this cake. So we're going to add our eggs into the batter one at a time, blend them well after each addition. Before you add the next egg, your eggs need to be at room temperature, and so does your butter, okay? After you add your eggs into the batter, then we're going to go ahead and start adding our flour into the batter. So we're going to add our flour into separate parts. You want to do that. Slowly add your flour into the batter so the batter has the chance to make sure that all of the flour nicely incorporates. If you added it all at once, it makes it more difficult for you to blend the batter properly. So as soon as it's mixed, then you want to go ahead and immediately add your next cup of flour. If you're not ready to add your next cup of flour, then you want to stop your mixer until you're ready to go ahead and add it into the batter. And so once you add your last bit of flour, go ahead and stop before it's completely fully incorporated. Finish mixing your cake by hand to make sure that you don't overmix your batter. Okay, y'all, we're gonna spray the hell out of this bump pan. You see, I'm just, moving my hand back and forth. That's how I spray my pan. It was especially important with this pan since it had so many different ridges. But y'all, we didn't have no sticking because we make sure that we spray our pan properly. Okay, so of course we'll just go ahead and lay our batter into this pan. I did this in two parts, just to make sure that I get everything nice and smooth. And I didn't want to put everything all at once and then smooth it because sometimes it causes clumping and it will cause your batter to come out either underdone in some parts or it will cause it to bake unevenly, which may cause you to have like little holes or gaps in your batter. And who wants that? So we spread the top of our cake, and then we're going to place this cake in the oven and bake it for 325 degrees for an hour and a half. Yes, it took a long time to cook this cake, y'all. The condensed milk, it just does something different with this cake. Make sure that you cool it for about 20 minutes before inverting it out of your pan. Okay, so we're going to do a simple syrup. It's just water and sugar. You bring it to a boil and then you mix until the sugar is dissolved and then you remove it from the heat. We wanted to do the simple syrup this time, especially because we baked this cake for so long. Two, also because I just been wanting to try simple syrup on my cakes to see if it'll make a difference and see if I would like it. So that's why we made a simple syrup this time. And we didn't do a glaze. So, why not? I didn't want to do a glaze this time because we're baking in this pretty pan. So once the sugar is dissolved, you want to remove it from the heat. I put the simple syrup on there, once it cooled just a little bit. You see it's still fuming a little bit, but you can go ahead and cool your simple syrup down before you apply it to your cake. And then I patted it also just for color consistency on the cake. And then, yeah, went ahead and let it cool completely all the way and dry. And any remaining simple syrup you can simply store in the refrigerator in an airtight container for about 3 weeks. Once it's cooled, of course. Look at the crumb on this cake. Honey, yes. definitely a must try. So y'all stick around for the taste test.
All right, y'all. Now it's time for my favorite part, getting into this taste test. Yes. Let's see what this simple syrup is working with because I really wanted to add that extra moisture into this cake. Mmm. Mmm. You know what? Cream cheese pound cake is one of my favorites because of that rich flavor that the cream cheese brings. It kind of like binds ingredients. It's hard to explain, but it's so good. It's like the same thing that I'm getting with this cake right here. Mm-hmm. That simple syrup was definitely a nice touch. Yeah, y'all, this is great. This is great. This is kind of just like a basic pound cake. I definitely think it's going on my list of favorites. Even with the amount of sugar, the condensed milk, y'all know condensed milk can be really sweet, but it's not too much. It's definitely not too much. Maybe after a couple of days it's set in, we'll see how it does. But to me, it's definitely not too much. So y'all try it for yourself and y'all find out and y'all let me know. So make sure that you like, share, don't be stingy. Make sure you share, subscribe if you haven't already, and come back for more over here at Whip It Like Butter. Bye. Yes, Lord.